Pat Mayo here with your 2021 Pebble Beach Pro-Am DraftKings picks and preview. The very quick version. Here's the deal. 156 players are in the field, but the tournament rules are slightly different than last time and what you might be expecting from this tournament at Pebble Beach. Normally, it's a three-course rotation. Monterey Peninsula, Spyglass Hill, and Pebble Beach Golf Links. Monterey Peninsula is out. The cut after 3 rounds is out. So what's happening now is the field of 156 without their amateur partners. They are no longer involved because of COVID regulations in 2021. So Spyglass Hill and Pebble Beach will be used the first 2 rounds. The players will alternate between the days. There's a 36-hole cut of the top 65 in ties, like at a regular PGA Tour event. And then both of the weekend rounds are going to take place at Pebble Beach Golf Links, the one that we're more accustomed to over time. It's also worth noting that Pebble Beach Golf Links has shot link data, whereas Spyglass Hill doesn't. Monterey Peninsula didn't either, but now we get 3 rounds of measured data, which should only help us for weekend DraftKings golf and daily showdown, or if you want to get in on some live betting at DraftKings Sportsbook. Overall, in terms of DraftKings picks, Dustin Johnson withdrew from this field. He was the overwhelming favorite. He was the highest priced player on DraftKings, and field's not looking so great because it wasn't just him. Matt Kuchar withdrew. K.H. Lee, who came second last week, withdrew. My guy, Luke List, he's nowhere to be found. Wyndham Clark, who's been playing pretty well, he's gone from this tournament. So it's slim pickings. Cantlay is at the very top of the DraftKings pricing. Casey and Berger are right after him in the $10,000 level. But honestly, you compare 2 of these guys up together, then drop all the way down into the 6s, but a more balanced build might be the move this week on DraftKings because all of these guys are going to garner tons of ownership. The most common build so far that I'm seeing, Patrick Cantlay as your top price player, then you drop into the 9s and take either Spieth or Day at 97 or 95. I am prone to Jason Day. I actually think you can start your lineups with Jason Day if you really wanted to. I know he's going to be popular, but he's not going to be popular as the first man in a lineup. That way, you don't have to really worry about the $6,000 range, which is not exciting whatsoever. And you can take Day, Siwoo Kim, Francesco Molinari, and the not so popular this week, Ricky Fowler. So I like Ricky, and he has not been playing well whatsoever. But his driving was off last week at the Waste Management. These 2 courses driving means less this week than almost any other week on tour. But the putting has been so awful. Over the past 2 events, he's lost over 6 strokes putting. Same as Jason Day. They're both not putting the ball well, but it's been 3 consecutive tournaments for Ricky Fowler where he's gaining with approaches. And you can see by the strokes gained approach in this field over the past 24 rounds, 94th. He's actually been really good if you narrow that down to the past 12 rounds, because that was his biggest Achilles heel in 2020. Could not hit an iron shot. Those are coming back, especially the short irons, which we need to lock into. You're going to get single-digit ownership on Ricky Fowler. He might putt his way out of this tournament. He's no lock to make the cut. We know this after dealing with Ricky so far in 2021. But if Brooks Koepka can miss 3 cuts in a row and then go win, not saying that Ricky is Brooks, but in this field, with the strength of field, Ricky kind of is Brooks based on his historical skill set. So I do like him as an undervalued play, an under-owned play on DraftKings, a way to make your team different. So if you do want to use Cantlay, pairing him up with Ricky or Molinari instead of Day or Spieth might be a way to make your lineups unique. Other than that, you probably want to stick to this high 8, low 9 range. Cam Davis, good play. Kevin Streelman, good play. Max Homa, excellent play this week. And they're all at $989 and $8,800. Phil, if you wanted to use him, he's way overpriced, but I can kind of get behind that a little bit because Phil has played so well here in the past. If you're going to go to the bottom of the 8s, Matt Jones is someone to look at, but realistically, you just want to go into the 7s. You can gamble on Brandt Snedeker at $7,800 just because of course history. Real risky, but he can putt well enough, and the wedges are still supreme that this is one of the few courses where he can probably still get it done because, again, it mitigates the impact that driving has. But Harold Varner is the play here. $7,700, rebounded very nicely in Phoenix. Top 5 tee to green, top 10 in approach after shaking off the rust at the Farmers Insurance Open. So $7,700 for Harold Varner. I would go down to Doug Gim, but my favorite play from the bottom of this range is probably $7,100. We're looking at Nate Lashley. Excellent week in Phoenix. Challenge for first round leader. Gained over 5 strokes on approach, and he's only $7,100 here. And when you get into a field field that's very weak at the back end. Almost everyone from like 62 all the way up to 8,000. It's kind of the same guy. And Lashley at least has good form coming in, and it's another spot where driving isn't going to make the difference. It's about irons. It's about putting. Puts really well on Poa Anna greens, so $7,100 for Nate Lashley. Mark Hubbard is also at $7,200. I like him as a birdie maker as well. If you're going to venture into the sixes, if you want to double up the top with Cantlay and Berger, or Casey and Berger, or Casey and Cantlay, you're going to need to go to the sixes. Don't love a lot of names down here, but I got 4 for you. Rob Oppenheim, $6,500. He's a wedge master. My guy, Chris Baker, the birdie maker off the tee. Approach. Awesome. Putting, not so hot. But there's a reason he's $6,200. He makes a lot of lineups work. He's actually 600 to 1 on DraftKings Sportsbook as I record this. Maybe he's been bet down after this comes out, but I do like him as a top 20, top 40 play. You get really good odds on that. And then from the upper sixes, like I mentioned, we have Chase Seifert at $6,800 and Roger Sloan, who has made 5 of 7 cuts. He's $6,800. You're just looking to get guys through the cut line here to pair with your super studs this week, and that is the best route that you can take if you want to build some of those lineups. You can find my cheat sheet up on DKNation.com for full episodes of the Pat Mayo Experience. Head on over to Mayo Media Network's YouTube channel or wherever you download your podcast. Good luck this week. I'm Pat Mayo. Thanks for watching.